This is Celebrity Thursdays. Every Thursday, we present you with another celebrity. Today, we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Emma Watson. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get informed. Hello, Aluxers. Today we're casting a different kind of spell over you. Our lovely subject today is the most candid and strong-minded witch of all time. She's probably the biggest crush boys had growing up reading Harry Potter, and as you can probably already guess, we're talking about Emma Watson. Emma Charlotte Dure Watson was born April 15, 1990, and she's British, as you probably already know. In fact, the British actress was born in Paris, where she lived for 5 years, until her parents divorced and then came back to the UK, where she continued school and started her acting career. She's best known for her role as Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter series, and more recently as Belle in Beauty and the Beast. For about 10 years, she spent most of her time filming Harry Potter, a series that brought her and her co-stars international fame and lots of money. It's a role that defined her and something that she'll never be able to escape because she will always be Hermione in everyone's eyes. However, she has managed to escape from the Harry Potter spotlight, getting herself involved in different projects and other movies. Having a clean, safe image has helped her achieve that, but she's also been through some tough times, scandals, and criticism in spite of her angelic look and sweet voice. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. There are some things about Emma Watson that a lot of people don't know, and we're here to shed some light. Number 1. Her UN speech inspired Malala Yousafzai. Her work for the Harry Potter series will forever be recognized by fans and the media, but just like any other actor, she's more than just Hermione and her acting career. Although she grew up on the sets of Harry Potter, now at 28 years old, people are starting to see another side of her, past the wizarding days. Emma Watson has been a feminist and advocate for women's rights for the past 5 years. She was appointed as a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador and has been actively supporting women's rights and education worldwide. In her most recent campaign called He for She, that wants to promote men advocating for equal rights, Emma gave a very inspirational speech that turned the Nobel Prize award-winning Malala into a feminist. She was very inspired by her words and has openly stated that Emma was the reason for her newfound interest in feminism, not only peace and education. Number 2. Her movies have grossed $5.4 billion worldwide. Having a steady and successful career in Hollywood is hard. There are a lot of new coming actresses and all sorts of opportunities and scandals that can turn the entire situation 180 degrees within a second. Some actors are fortunate enough to make good decisions, a lot of money, and a strong reputation. Unlike her co-stars, Emma Watson successfully reinvented herself after Harry Potter and is now one of the most loved and respected actresses in Hollywood. Yes, Harry Potter was the biggest success of her career so far, and probably nothing will ever top that, but her other roles were pretty amazing too. So far, her movies have grossed over $5.4 billion in total, with Harry Potter bringing in the most cash, of course. Other famous movies include The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Noah, and Beauty and the Beast. Number 3. Although J.K. Rowling loved her from the first sight, she had to audition 8 times to get the part. When J.K. Rowling sold the rights of Harry Potter to Warner Brothers, she had one condition: to be included in the whole process of making, directing, and casting and writing the series. It was her story, and she didn't want it to be twisted and ruined by others. And we're so thankful she insisted on that, because her input was crucial. As the writer, she chose the best actors and sets as she envisioned them in the books, and managed to create, along with the producers, one of the most famous sagas ever. As for the casting process of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling had a different version of Hermione, but fell in love with Emma Watson as soon as she saw her for the first time. But even though she was perfect for the part, they still made her audition 8 times before handing it to her. Maybe J.K. Rowling wanted to be sure she fully understood the character and really wanted it. After all, 2 to 3 auditions should be enough for everyone to know if the glove fits the hand, right? Nevertheless, in the end, she got the part, even though Emma never took acting classes and was only 10 years old. Number 4. She's an Ivy League graduate. Most actors and singers don't go to college. Some don't even finish high school. In this industry, you don't need that kind of experience, only talent and maybe acting classes. But this was not the case for Emma Watson. This girl went to school, graduated, then decided to go on with her education and apply for one of the best universities in the world, Brown University. She chose a U.S. school for her BA because they are more flexible with students like her, and she was able to postpone 2 semesters. For those who are not familiar with the American universities, Brown is a private Ivy League university in Rhode Island, where tuition fees are around $50,000 per year, and only 9% of students that apply there are accepted. Emma successfully graduated with a major in English literature back in 2014. Number 5. Her net worth is $80 million. The 8 Harry Potter movies managed to bring in roughly $7.7 billion, making it the highest-grossing movie ever, up there with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. After 10 years of Hogwarts and 8 movies, Emma Watson earned around $60 million, which is a lot of money for a girl just starting out her career. Other movies, personal projects, and sponsorships have brought her in an extra $20 million, and definitely a lot of fame, because everywhere you look and every magazine you read, she'll pop up somewhere. Fans still love her, the media loves her, and now that she's maturing, everyone is curious to see how she'll evolve and what other successful blockbusters will come her way. Since she has a good education and a history of humanitarian work, we're sure she'll be able to handle anything that comes her way. Number 6. She's been diagnosed with ADHD. Emma Watson, as candid as sweet as she looks, suffers from ADHD and has been suffering since she was a little Hermione. Although she hasn't been very vocal about it, she hasn't denied it either, but somehow manages to live with it. It's quite impressive if you think about it. She's been acting for almost 20 years while balancing school, personal life, and being an A-list celebrity. It's a lot of pressure for anyone, and she's been keeping it together very well. Number 7. She appeared in a skin lightening ad and got a lot of backlash. Working with high-end luxury brands is a dream come true for any girl. You get to use their products, endorse them, and be the face of the brand while also getting money for it. The biggest problem with these collaborations, though, is that sometimes terms are not specified, and they can twist, Photoshop, and use your image how they please, causing you scandals, backlash, and a lot of criticism. Unfortunately, the beautiful Emma Watson was dragged into one of these situations as well. Her collaboration with Lancome was supposed to be flawless and great, but it turned into scandals and racism in a hot minute. She agreed to be the face of the brand, but they never mentioned for which line or products it would be, so they used her face on the billboards next to a skin lightening serum, which caused a lot of drama because people thought she promoted white skin and skin lightening products. Of course, that was not the case because the product was meant to be for hyperpigmentation and dark spots, but nobody caught that, only the racism part. People were actually calling her fake feminist, and after the whole drama, she decided to stop working with beauty brands, period. Number 8. Her name appears in the Panama Papers. All the memes, the interviews, the red carpet appearances show us that Emma Watson is the most amazing person ever, the sweetest girl and a strong woman. But under all that sweetness hides a sneaky businesswoman, or some smart advisors that know how hard she works for her money and status, and didn't want the government to take half of it. It appears that when the Panama Papers went public, a lot of famous people were hiding money in offshore accounts, including Emma Watson. Yes, she's avoiding taxes. Her manager stated that it was for privacy reasons, but let's be honest, nobody likes to pay taxes, not even celebrities, and they're well known for tax evasion. Number 9. She loves sustainable fashion and wore a custom dress made from recycled plastic bottles to the 2016 Met Gala ball. There's nothing some girls love more than fashion. For some, it's a way of expressing themselves, and for others, to see women proudly wear them and feel confident. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the whole fashion industry, and all the shady things they do, like slavery, low wages, or pollution. She was involved in an ethical line of clothing where she was the creative director for People Tree brand. The line promoted ethically sourced materials with modern designs, but didn't do so well in sales. She also decided to promote and wear only eco-friendly clothes and brands, and even worked with designers so that all the costumes in Beauty and the Beast were eco-friendly too. Also, for her amazing sense of fashion, she's been awarded several times and appeared on famous magazines and covers such as Vogue, Teen Vogue, or Vanity Fair. She's always among the best dressed and stylish celebrities. She's simply perfect. Number 10. She moved from London to the Upper East Side of New York. Emma Watson initially lived in London for a period of time, but after college and when other projects stepped in, she was forced to move to the US. She chose New York, and one of the most fancy parts of it, the Upper East Side of Manhattan. She was spotted house hunting in the neighborhood, and is said to have bought an apartment that cost $15 million. It's quite a big investment, but as we've seen, it's a French-style apartment with a private cinema, beautiful white interiors, marble finishes, and 4 bedrooms. The whole space has 3,600 square feet, more than enough for her small closet and a couple of friends and family. She also drives a silver Toyota Prius, a navy blue Audi S3, and a black Cadillac Escalade for special occasions, which makes a total of $162,000 for all 3 of them, without maintenance costs. Now, since we've talked so much about Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, we've covered that subject in depth in a video, The 15 Things You Didn't Know About J.K. Rowling. Just click in the top right corner to check it out. Number 11. She took daily wizarding lessons on set. The production of a movie is very complex. Although the end product is only 1 or 2 hours long, the time spent filming, refilming scenes, locations, makeup, post-production, it can stretch into months or even years. Sometimes actors need to prepare for the role rigorously, such as training, dieting, or learning new skills. On the set of Harry Potter, actors, especially the main ones, had to take wizarding lessons every day. They were getting points, grades, and had to spend a few hours perfecting it so that everything looked good on the screen. Emma took wizarding lessons for HP, and for Belle in Beauty and the Beast, she had to take singing lessons. If she takes a few more challenging roles, she'll have a full spectrum of skills. Hopefully, she still remembers a few spells. They might just come in handy someday. Number 12. She's a certified yoga and meditation instructor. Other than being a very talented and successful actress, an activist, philanthropist, and fashion icon, Emma Watson may have other plans for her future self. People constantly ask her what's new and what's coming next after each project, so she feels the pressure of always having an answer or something going on. While she was studying at Brown University, she also took yoga and meditation classes in order to recenter and find balance in her hectic lifestyle. She wanted to find something that anchors her crazy life, so she turned to yoga and meditation, and now is a certified instructor, if she ever does want to quit acting. She even went to an isolated camp where no one was allowed to talk to each other, because that's one way of forcing your body and mind to make peace with itself. If any of Emma's co-stars gets cold feet, at least they have her to teach them how to relax and breathe. Number 13. She leaves random books on the subway for people to read. By now, all of Emma's fans and non-fans must be fully in love with her, if not for her looks or her amazing roles, but just for who she is. Just like Hermione, Emma Watson is a true bookworm. She likes to read and is not afraid to show it on her social media accounts. She even launched a book club and has been spotted several times leaving books randomly in the subway for people to read. Most celebrities only show off their lifestyle and purchases, so it's great to see that some still inspire others to be better and educated. Emma, you have our eternal respect. Number 14. She had a misspelled tattoo on her arm. Emma Watson has been very active on social media and through her humanitarian projects involving women's rights and sexual harassment. She's even stated she's experienced the full spectrum of sexual harassment in Hollywood by now. After the Harvey Weinstein scandals, a lot of actresses came forward, accusing him and others, and a whole movement started on social media called Time's Up and Me Too. Emma sympathized with the campaign and even donated £1 million to the anti-harassment campaign along with other 200 British and Irish females. If that wasn't enough media attention, most female actresses decided to boycott the awards this year by wearing all black on the red carpet and having female activists as plus ones. Emma went even further and got a tattoo on her arm with Time's Up, but without the apostrophe. Everyone thought it was a big mistake and she was ignorant about it because she showed up on the red carpet with a grammar mistake. This girl is graduated from Brown, she knows what she's doing, and the whole thing was just so people would pay more attention to it and get to know the campaign. We would say it was a pretty successful PR stunt, and the tattoo, by the way, was temporary. Number 15. She had a crush on Draco Malfoy. She's been spotted a few times with various boyfriends, but all Harry Potter fans are curious to know which guy from the cast she had a crush on. Was it Harry, Ron, Cedric? Although the good guys were attractive and everyone was sobbing over them, Emma went for the opposite. She chose the bad boy Tom Felton, aka Draco Malfoy. She liked him because he was bigger than the others, had a skateboard, and was more cool. It might have been the blonde hair and the bad boy attitude, but apparently all girls fall for it, including Emma Watson. Seeing her grow on the screen and mature so gracefully gives us faith in Hollywood, because the world needs more Emma Watsons and less Kylie Jenners. She's truly an inspiration for many, especially fashion-wise, and since she's such a bookworm, we found out that her favorite book from the series is The Prisoner of Azkaban. So Aluxers, we're curious to know which one is your favorite if you read the books. Let us know in the comments below. And since you stuck with us all the way to the end, of course, you get another bonus fact about Emma Watson. Number 16. Disgustingly enough, pictures of her early Harry Potter days are being used by pervs online. What people don't realize is that everything they put on the internet can live forever. It doesn't matter if you delete your account or your pictures, they can still be saved on other servers or other computers. Identity theft is very common, hacking and personal data leaks as well. They even get sold to third parties like Facebook did with Cambridge Analytica for years. A terrible thing that happens on the web is child pornography, because they can use pictures of children without consent. Emma Watson's pictures from when she was 10 years old were used to make fake sex tapes by some gruesome perverts. This action is submitted under the child protection law, and people who've done it could face prison time for it, and rightfully so. These videos have been shared so far on Reddit and other websites. Simply disgusting. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.